Well, it's that time again, another edition of Celebrity Pick 6, and look who we found, KCRA's Lisa Gonzales. Lisa, how are you?
I'm well. How are you? Welcome to our studio. This is Studio A here at KCRA 3. Want a quick little tour?
Sure.
We've got I wish I had my pick 6 in the teleprompter, but I don't. That would have been
that.
We're in between newscasts right now, so it's a little barren here, but the weather center, that's why none of the monitors are on. But yeah, this is what we got going on.
We could have had you on the green screen, diagramming, plays or different things for our weather for the football games this weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly.
Did you have any football in your background? Did you play any at all, or a fan of football growing up?
I love football, and I get my love of football from my mom and my grandmother. And my mom's just been a football fanatic my whole life, so I always grew up watching football with her on the weekends. Kind of the best sound I think you can have in the house in the background on a Sunday. And my grandma also kind of continued that. She had a care home for adults with disabilities for 25 years, and we were really involved in Special Olympics, and she lived in Auburn, and so we would go watch the 49ers practice when I was a kid, and I think that's probably when I first saw Jerry Rice practicing. And then but I was a big tomboy. I played football every recess, with the boys. I wasn't on the monkey bars. I was playing football. And when I was in high school, I played powder puff football, football is actually my favorite sport to play, even though in high school I did tennis, basketball, swim, and track. And doing swim and track is a little crazy. Sometimes I would run races in my swim suit under the track outfit because I'd be going between races. But playing powder puff football was my favorite. And I would also like to point out that our team was the best. We beat the seniors when we were juniors. It was very important. I had I was played cornerback and wide receiver. And as cornerback, I had extra practices with the coaches after because that position is so intense and it just takes a lot of training. And it paid off because my junior year playing the seniors, I cannot let this go. This is like 25 years ago. But my junior year, I got a pick 6. I intercepted it, and my best friend, still to this day, Heidi Cohen, blocked for me all the way back down the field, and like the whole school, well, at least our side, was cheering. It's like one of my best memories from high school ever.
See, good for you. You're not only, it's a great pick by you, but you're complimenting Heidi for the teamwork to help you score the touchdown.
Oh, I wouldn't have had it without her, but it's like, I'm almost 44, and sometimes I'll be laying in bed and I'll be like, oh, that was amazing. Like, I can't imagine what like real professional football players go through, because I can't let the one play go from my junior year. I'm talking 1993, and I'm still reliving it. And it was just like, I remember having to be so patient because she was right in front of me, and she literally was like, it wasn't flag football anymore. She was Heidi Cohen, still my best friend.
So who is your team? Do you have are the Niners your team?
No, they're not. My mom's a huge Niner fan, and fun little fact, my mom's husband played for the Cowboys, and back in the late 70s. And so it's kind of funny because she's a diehard Niner fan, and he's like a Cowboy fan. He's from Texas. Mm-hmm. So that's fun. But I am not a Niner. Here's the thing. I'm more of a root for local players. So obviously, like, if Eric Armstead's out there, I am rooting for Eric Armstead. I've known him since he was as tall as me, when he was like 11 or 12. But, but I love seeing like Devontae Booker with the Raiders. Like, love seeing him do well. And I am currently a Rams fan, which is why I got on the blue, because I went to Cal. And I started watching Jared Goff when he was at Cal, and love seeing his progression. So right now I'm currently rooting for the Rams because I am, a big Jared Goff fan.
Well, that's going to lead then into our picks. We'll see where you lean here. So you ready for our Celebrity Pick 6?
Yes.
All right. Just so you know, Lisa,
I am. Yes.
Nobody's gone 6-0. Nobody's even gone 5-1, and all you're doing is picking winners. So I think our benchmark is 4-2. So we'll see if you can establish a new lead here in Celebrity Pick 6.
Okay.
So here we go.
I want to beat Michelle Dapper, by the way.
Well, I'm not going to repeat what Michelle's record was, but we'll see if you can have your own little KCRA battle with you and Dapper.
Just need to beat Dapper.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
So we start you out with a Thanksgiving Day feast. Our first game is the Texans and the Lions. Certainly not the best game of the week, but Thanksgiving we start off with Texans and the Lions.
I know, right? That's not going to be the best game of the week. I'm definitely going to go with the Texans on that one for sure. I feel like the Lions have had a lot of injuries and guys that probably won't be back by Thanksgiving. I do feel like, we're calling these a little early because I think I just saw one pop up on my phone, even more and more COVID cases. Like with COVID, that just adds a whole other wrench in everything because you can't just look at the injuries. It's like, well, who do we think is going to start showing symptoms in 3 days from now? You know what I mean? You try and start doing the quarantine math. But I'm going to pick the Texans.
All right, Texans it is. Next up, also Thanksgiving, another team traditionally that plays, the Cowboys. They take on the Washington football team. Still weird to say that, but Washington against the Cowboys.
And I'm going to take Washington.
Really?
I'm going to take Washington in that one. Yeah. I think they got a big advantage on the D line. I don't think Cowboys are going to be able to stop them. And I don't know.
Okay, that works.
I like rooting against the Cowboys too.
that's as good enough of a reason.
I don't know what the Cowboys. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to pick Washington.
Next up, you mentioned Devontae Booker. Well, the Raiders, they look good. They lost the other day, but they look good in the loss. They take on the Falcons in Atlanta. Raiders or Falcons?
I know. I mean, I feel like that game was so good last night on Sunday Night Football on NBC. And I feel bad for the Raiders. I mean, I feel like they should have won that. But I mean, you're going up against Patrick Mahomes, and so, that's what happens. But I'm definitely going to pick the Raiders for this one. I think they're still playing really good football despite what just happened last night. And I just don't think the Falcons are any good. Sorry, Matt Ryan. Anyway.
All right, next up.
So I'm picking the Raiders.
Okay. Next up, this is a good one. Titans and the Colts. Battle for first place. Who do you got, Titans or Colts?
Oh, I know. I'm going to go with the Colts.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the Colts. I do think they have a good defense, and I do think at the end of the day, defense really matters, and we all know defense wins championships. So I'm going to go with the Colts.
All right, your team.
Who are you picking on that one? And when do you tell me?
I am not in this. This is all about Lisa Gonzales and her picks.
Okay.
Because if I told you a pick, I would probably get it wrong, and then you'd be mad at me. So we're not going to have that.
No, I mean, I'm not changing my pick. I just want to know who you're picking on that one. I feel like the Titans and Colts was the hardest decision for me.
Yeah. I think I'm leaning Colts as well.
Okay. All right. I feel better. All right. So
49ers and Rams.
My favorite one to talk about.
Yes.
Here's my theory on the 49ers and Rams, because I've gone to the 49ers Rams game every single season for the last 23 seasons.
Wow.
Not only have I traveled, Candlestick, San Francisco, Santa Clara, Los Angeles, but also St. Louis.
Wow.
I went to a Niner Rams game in St. Louis. And here is what I need to tell everybody about this, is that the Rams, I feel like it doesn't matter what team they have, whether it's a year where they got a great team and they're going to the Super Bowl, or whether they've got a bad team or whatever. There's something about playing the Niners. I feel like at least for their first game of the season, out of the two matchups, they always come in the worst version of themselves. Like, it doesn't, do you know what I'm saying? Like, they play to whatever level the Niners are playing. I think it's a mental thing. The rivalry is so fun, but I think it gets in their head, because this, their first matchup, they should have beat the Niners. I mean, there was absolutely no reason that they shouldn't have beat the Niners. But I do think they usually split, and they usually win the second, whichever win or loss happened first. I think the other thing happens the second time, their second matchup. So I'm definitely picking the Rams.
It sounds like a lot of experience behind that answer. Years of frustration behind that answer.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, and a lot of people slam Jared Goff, and yes, I'm definitely biased, but I also think his receivers need to, make sure they're catching what he's throwing. And because there have been lots of missed opportunities. I love me some Cooper Kupp, but he's let me down a few times. So, but I think they're gonna, they they're already feeling, and the Niners. I mean, no offense to all the Niner fans out there, but I don't know.
Too many.
I don't even want to go down that road. That'll be another hour conversation. Let's even go literally what's going on.
Yeah. All right. Last one for you, Lisa. The Chiefs and the Bucks. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady. What do you got in that one?
This is the one I'm kind of undecided on, but let me just talk this out loud with you. So it's going to be a short week for the Bucks because they're playing tonight. We're recording this on a Monday, correct?
Correct.
So the Chiefs will have rested. Pick the GOAT, the daddy GOAT, or the baby GOAT. This is to beat Dapper. So
3 hours later.
I am going to pick. Who are they at home or where
It is in Tampa.
Do they have fans in Tampa?
I don't know if anybody's hanging out in that pirate ship or not, but yeah.
3 weeks later. Many months later.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Here's the thing. I want Tom Brady to win just because we're the same age, and it's like everyone's like a 43-year-old quarterback point. And I'm just like, what? Who? I get it. So I want him to win because we're the same age and I love him, but I also think the Chiefs. Oh man, this is gonna. Hold on. Let me just. I'm gonna say the Chiefs. Even though I want the Bucks to win, I think the Chiefs are going to actually win.
There you go. Well, you're trying to get them all right.
Who do you think's gonna win that one?
The Chiefs.
Okay, good. I made a good pick.
What do I know? I'm 0-6 every week.
You're too emotionally invested.
Yes. Well, Lisa, thank you so much. I guess we'll root for 5-1 or 6-0 or beating Dapper.
I just want to beat Dapper.
Yeah. All right. Well,
thank you for having me.
Thank you.
All right.